may be weird seeing me stream in this format, but yeah. Well, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, Burlington. How you doing? You okay? So, as the title suggests, I know this is random, the title, but yeah. So, as y'all can see here, I'm 2 miles from WXL70's transmitter, and this as you can see, it's gone. Like, and I'm 2 miles away from the transmitter. In fact, where I'm currently at, this isn't my house, by the way, but where I'm currently at, I could walk outside right now and go take a glance, and I can sort of see WXL70's transmitter since Spencer Mountain is right there. Wow, different live look. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be notifying more people, too. Hey, Fairway, I didn't notice you came in. Hello, what's going on, Preston and Josh? So, it is. Tomorrow starts my first full week of school, so this stream won't be too long, but you missed a few alerts, but oh well. Yeah, I didn't I haven't caught any alerts because there haven't been any here. Yeah. Still have 2 weeks. Well, you also end in June, so 12 people, but I know that's how vertical goes, so yeah, it's likely the chat's gonna stay sort of similar. You had a very bad storm yesterday afternoon. A little after 5, it poured down rain hard over 30 minutes. You don't have school, and you soon have a job. Yeah. You got put today in the only PHISVR of the day. Okay, so I know 21 people were just on here, but yeah, that's because this is vertical, so that's I guess that's how that works. So with the 21 people, I still didn't expect the chat to do much, but hey, at least it notified y'all this time. My stream earlier didn't, so there's 21 here. There was, but it was likely just people who were scrolling on the vertical live stream stuff. So it says 10. Yeah, it says 10 now, even though you and I know you, Preston, and Burlington. It may be inaccurate because Now 3, yeah. Maybe inaccurate. I don't know if Fairway's still here, but I know that you in Burlington are. I don't know about Preston. I think he is. But anyway, yeah, just 21 people were in the chat. Or though. Okay, now 4. So far, you're still enjoying your Spectrum cable again since you got it last week. I haven't had Spectrum cable, but I've had Spectrum connected to Fire Stick, though. Now I have it connected to Roku, and so that doesn't really count as a Spectrum cable, but you know, you could get like live. You have a live TV guide with it. So you got your first ever KWO35 FM alert today. WPLJ FFW for Newport, New Jersey. Nice. You have 2 of their Zumo stream boxes, which is their newer version of a cable box, except it has some streaming apps as well. Nice. I'm still wondering, are we going to be able to get anything off of 162.475 tomorrow morning? Wonder why WXL70 is down. Well, I was told by a few sources that it might be them going wireless. That's what I was told. Is that a few sources told me that WXL70 is going to be wireless. I wonder how WXL70 is going to sound with that. That'd be cool. Yeah, hopefully we don't got the issues that KXI22 was having when they went wireless, because I was trying to catch the KXI22 station ID when I was in Georgia, and instead of the full station ID, what I got was I got KXI22 over here, you know, just sounded like it was having a stroke, because whenever I was getting on it, the thing kept switching on and off and stuff, and it's like it was glitching, like it kept glitching to like certain parts of the forecast. So I don't. PHI stations have a stroke every few weeks. Unlucky y'all. I've seen many videos of WXL50 having one. Speaking of WXL50, I got it on I got it this morning because WXL70 was off the air. Though the thing is, it's not really that impressive to me because I gotten it while WXL70 was still on air and working. If I had to assume, WXL70 will likely be back on the air either tomorrow or Tuesday. Yeah, they're probably going to be back on the air either tomorrow or Tuesday. So I know some of y'all aren't a fan of fully streaming in this format, but I decided to do it for the chat stream tonight. Apparently, it notifies y'all because I got way more people on here than I did when I went live at 2 p.m. You try getting an SMW, but the interference was in the way. The interference sucks. Interference is, yeah, I hate interference when it comes to weather radio stations. You're used to them testing at 1150. Oh, yeah. Even though they're supposed to test at 1130. So they're technically 4 minutes late almost every week if that's what they do all the time. Wait. Hi. Wait, did somebody just come into the chat? Because my chat might be slow. It's y'all. Yeah, my internet's not the best right now, so if it goes sort in out a little bit, just don't be too surprised. When you went out for baseball camp, PHI tested when you got out of your mom's car. Dang. What's going on, Evan? How you doing tonight? You all right? That's good to hear. Yeah, so you also found a station that your mom likes, WPST-FM, who test every Friday, you think, between 11 and noon. Well, most stations that do test probably do test between 11 and noon. I know KDKA does Sunday night test like tonight at like 9, I think 9 something. I forget. Is it 9:05? I don't necessarily remember. Maybe 9:10, maybe 9:15. I don't know. I have not caught KDKA in a while. So I don't even remember the time KDKA tests. KDKA. RWT. Your last KDKA RWT was in late May. Mine was probably in 2023. Sometime I don't necessarily remember. I haven't caught an RWT on anything but an NWR station since 2023. I haven't caught any test for that matter besides North Carolina's tornado drill in terms of RMTs, which I caught in 2024. I was gonna catch the tornado drill in 2025, but my stream failed. So, yippee, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I really wish I could have got the NC tornado drill, but better off this year. You've caught many testers, way too many, honestly. Or not necessarily too many, but you get the point. You caught more RWTs than anybody I know. I know Thunder Buddy's also caught like thousands. That's because he has a security cam, so you know whenever he's not home, he does what a lot of people do, and a lot of people will do that with their RWTs, where they'll have their security cam record it for them. And maybe if I had, you know, the security cams or whatever, I'd use those to catch the tornado drill that way instead of doing a full-on live stream, because I'm not a fan of just putting my iPad on the charger and sitting next to my WR120, because that's really the only way it's going to work. So my plan is to try to find a charger to the X-Talker I have and then put it, because that's the only station it can receive when it's on the charger is WXL70, but that's fine, because that's all I really need to catch for the tornado drills. So what I'm planning to do is I'm probably going to put it on there, put my iPad on the charger, leave there for the entire day I'm at school. But the thing is, I don't come straight home after school. I rarely do. So I doubt I'm gonna actually, and there's a potential that on Wednesday, because some Wednesday nights I don't stay at my house, I stay at my uncle's. So I don't know how that's gonna work. If I'm gonna be able to do an tornado drill stream this year. You don't remember how long your comp was that day. Your entire comp was May 16th, would be 2 hours. You don't remember your comp that day. All I know is that it was over an hour. I can confirm that. Yeah, you don't remember how long your comp... I know it was over an hour. I don't remember exactly how long either, though. I don't really keep up with how long your compilations for specific days are. You had a comp that was about an hour and 30 minutes. The comp was about an hour and 30 minutes for Josh. Yeah, your comp today looks like from 5779 to 5802. Yeah, that's probably about I'd probably say about 25, 30 minutes or so. So you got a decent amount. It's probably like 25, 30 minutes. It probably is long enough for a premiere. But will I be showing up? I don't know. You know, this is probably going to be I might do these weekly or something, like every weekend. Where I'll just go live for during. I know again, yeah. What's going on, Newcastle? So, yeah. Oh, 15 minutes? Free slip. Yeah. Yeah, I'm currently I haven't played Roblox in a while anyway, and I'm gonna continue not to. You installed iOS 26 Beta 3. I heard iOS 26 Beta was like a huge something. I heard some bad stuff about iOS 26 Beta. You didn't mean to, but you pulled an all-nighter alert. Okay, go ahead and get it. Pulling all-nighter yesterday. I remember a bunch of y'all were pulling all-nighters on Tuesday night because of the ID stuff. I know a bunch of y'all were up at 3 a.m. on the Storm Tracker stream. I wasn't on there. That was my first day of school, was Wednesday, so I wasn't able to join, but if I could have, I would have. The only bug you've seen is the icons take 2 seconds to load. I mean, that's not too bad, but it used to be way shorter, so. You tried catching an SMW again. Interference then. Overall, that's not that bad, actually. Well, that's nice to hear. I'm gonna stick to my good old iOS 18 for now. But, whenever iOS 26, like, becomes required, I'll probably wait till then, because then Apple will know what they're doing with that one. You're sticking to 18. Same. I'm sticking to iOS 18 for now. You pulled an all-nighter. Okay. You rejected that for a reason, so I'm not gonna ask for the rest. But, until 26 comes out and won't be buggy, yeah, I'm gonna wait till then. I remember back in June when they first released it, Lancaster downloaded iOS 26, and he absolutely. Oh, you pulled the all-nighter to make sure your channel didn't go bye-bye. Oh, I remember you also pulled an all-nighter again. I saw it. Yeah, I did go back and look at the replay on Storm Tracker to stream, because I didn't know if it was gonna be the last one, see what was all to catch up on. The only thing I notably remember was that everybody was talking about how they were worried that they were gonna lose access to everything, which is fair. You might pull 9 out of 2, you might not be able to sleep. I can't pull an all-nighter, dude. It's also a hidden Easter egg, because Apple made the icons for your non-photo contents kind of a blue tint. Interesting. There was a tropo that made you think it was crazy. All it was an unidentified station over KH28. I wanted to say Burlington. I really doubt it, but if the tropo was actually good enough at this moment, KH28 is on the same frequency as WXL70. So, think of it this way. Alert, go catch it. If you yeah. You can go ahead and go catch it if you want to. But yeah, if the tropo is good enough, there's a possibility I could also get KH28 over WXL70 if the tropo was good enough, since WXL70 is off the air and KH28 is that's gotta be a really good tropo, though. I really doubt it, but again, there was a small possibility. I got WXL50 this morning. I might get WXL60 sometime in the period. I've confirmed WXL50 before. I've confirmed WXL60 off camera, but I haven't got it on camera. So I don't really count that as a confirmation, per se. So, again, I'm going to continue to do the live cams in the horizontal format, the landscape. I'm going to continue to do the live cams in the landscape because, be honest with yourself, the landscape's way better quality for the live cam. Speaking of live cam, I didn't go of it. Josh, I just noticed you actually did live cam streams back in August. Your WR120 won't ever DX. Mine either. Same here, because mine antenna's like completely broke. It used to DX decently. Like, I've confirmed WNG 58, WNG 586, and I also got KEC 85, and I got those through DXing on the WR 120. Can we get the... You're gonna record a lightning video. Go do that. You can get some really good catches that way. You can go do that. It's gonna get you really catches. Yep. You're gonna record a lightning video since it's happening just outside. Go ahead. Be cool to see what the video is. Okay. So anyway, is anybody still here? If anybody's still here, can somebody check the Tropa map tonight? See what's going on for the Carolinas. I doubt it's anything, but I don't have any other devices on me, so I have no way to check The only device I have on me right now is a phone, which I'm using to stream tonight. So. Oh yeah, New Jersey WX is gonna go live at 8 o'clock, so. Yeah. 7:59 now, so. So yeah. You're back? Okay. So yeah. It looks like the chat's probably gonna get quiet here. Yeah. I didn't plan on staying here too long. You got your first 736 SMW from home. I'll be honest with you though. I wonder if we get a good enough tropo, what station I'm actually gonna be able to get off of 162.475 tomorrow. Maybe I'll get WXL70. I don't know. I know Jay got WXL60 on Saturday. You can get almost all 7 channels now. I can get all 7 channels. I can actually only get 6 channels at my grandparents' right now, and probably for the only time for a while. You know what the one I'm actually not able to get is? 162.475. I can get channel 6, but not... I can get channel 5, but not channel 4 right now. I think that's crazy. But... I guess that's what happens when your main's off the air and there's no other 475 station for a good 2-hour drive. My nearest other 475 station, channel 4, is going to be, you know, WXL50. And then there's WXL60, WXM... Is it 73 or 90? I really doubt I'm going to get WXM93, though. Yeah, it is crazy. It's like it's like when WXL... Okay, whenever WXL40 is off the air, you're probably going to be getting KHB 36 without tropo. Either that or... Like, you'll probably barely be getting KHB 36, but you might be able to get a little bit of KHB 36 without tropo. You're back. Well, welcome back. Fine. Yeah. Yeah, you pulled KHB 36 one time. It was off the air. Yeah. Now, if a KHB 36 and if there's like... Now, there may be another time where I doubt you can get anything else off that frequency, though. Maybe if there was a good enough tropo, you'd be able to get... Whatever that one... The main for Pittsburgh... No, I don't remember exactly what the call sign was, but the main for Pittsburgh is probably what you'd get if you had like an extra station on that frequency. Maybe KWO35 if the tropo was good enough. But yeah, whatever the Pittsburgh one was, I don't remember the calls. I don't remember the call sign because I'm not really too familiar with. I'm not really too familiar with stations north of Maryland, honestly. I mean, I know a good amount of Pennsylvania stations, but yeah. What does all that do? You just saw that on the side. What? What on the side? Is it showing like emojis or something? KIH35, yeah. You could get that. The tropo was good enough and WXL40 was off the air. Yeah, if it's showing emojis, it tends to do that during vertical streams, so I just ignore it. So, we're likely gonna do the next live stream Saturday. For what's going on, Johnny? Thank you, LWX, for moving WG736 to Silver Spring. It just, I guess, it being a 2.5 mile difference gets you to get it a little bit better now. You caught 5 alerts today, though, so far. I've caught approximately 0. Yeah, I've caught about 0. It hit 95 degrees today. I hit like 90, I think 92. I hit 95 tomorrow. And then you hit 4. Oh, you hit 4 degrees? Wow, I'm impressed. That's actually like a record high. You hit 4 degrees. That's crazy. Okay, but in all seriousness, you probably hit like 90 something. I guess maybe I'm saying like probably, yeah, 4 degrees. Yeah, yeah. Josh totally hit 4 degrees. 84. Dang, how'd you hit 84 but Johnny hit 95? That's you hit like 91, 92 today. I hit like 90, I think 95 tomorrow. 90, yeah, I know it's like 90. I know 92 Tuesday. You only hit 72 tomorrow, lucky. I'm only hitting 78 on Friday. 79 on Saturday. Saturday, we might do a live cam. Because we're supposed to have a huge rain system come through, which means I might get a couple FWs. Maybe if there's a good enough chance, we'll get some severe storms, but I don't know. We've sort of been in a severe weather drought. Last time we got an SVR here was in late July. We haven't got any in August this year, but we've gotten quite a few FFWs. I'm going to say, overall, I think our August might be slightly below average here in North Carolina, since we are gonna have had many major cooldowns. We didn't even hit 90 until we hit 95 on August 1st, and then we had a week and a half. The humidity is still off. You thought it was supposed to go down. Humidity usually increases during the night hours because there's more moisture. There's more moisture in the night hours, so humidity usually increases. Think of why the humidity levels are so high at like 2 in the morning. Half the time, the daytime humidity levels are lower, but it could still be really humid. If it's rainy enough, this humidity could still be up to 90, 95% during the daytime. But most of the time, if it's 100% humidity, it's unlikely going to be in the afternoon. In the winter time, 100% humidity in the afternoon isn't too uncommon, but yeah, that's the thing. Okay, give me 808. 8:08 p.m. and you caught half of the FM relay since WXL70 was late toning. I don't know how a compilation's only 15 minutes with 30 plus alerts, but You know, I guess compilations and alert times don't. Actually, no, that's 20. So never mind. I thought it'd be like 20 minutes, but if I had to take a guess, you're probably gonna have. Yeah, you got half the, but yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing more comps in the future, but I don't know exactly, like when exactly I'm gonna start doing them. It has a 40%. Another Hurricane Eric. Or you mean Eric? You mean Aaron? Because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't repeat the E twice. Oh, did Jay say Hurricane Eric? It's Aaron. Wow. Okay, the chat hasn't been like insanely active, but I can say we got a. It's been a fairly fun stream. So it's been a fairly chill stream. This is more just a chill stream, whatever. The next Atlantic hurricane on the list is Fernando. Yeah, I don't know, but heard about that one hurricane that's supposed to hit. That's potentially okay. So I'm currently having to rely on Wi-Fi. So if this stream has some internet issues, don't be surprised. Because I lost. I don't have any phone service right now. But anyways, back to the point. If that hits the coast of Alabama and Florida, then oh my Lord. Last Wednesday, you got 4.7 inches of rain. 4.5 fell within a 90-minute period. .5 in 90 minutes. That's hurricane levels. Speaking of which, if the hurricane does hit Alabama, I heard some models are pointing at 19 inches of rain in Gulf Shores. 19 inches of rain in a 48-hour period. You really wish weather.gov showed. Is it 24 or 48? It might be 24 hours. All right, it just switched from me relying on Wi-Fi to relying on LTE. I don't know. My internet's just been all over the place today. So yeah, that's what we're playing. That storm was nasty. Roads in your area were flooded, yet no flash flood warning. PHI was lazy. Yeah, I know. If I keep... you missed an SMW on WNG736 since you thought it would go over KC83 and WXK97. I'm surprised you could get KC83 in good enough condition to where you could get it, but this coverage isn't that bad. EXK97. Who's that? What's that? Well, you're gonna miss this FMW. FFW WWJZ is not coming in well at all. It's fine, I guess. You missed one alert, it's alright. You've caught 5,000 others. 5,000? And the fact that I think it was, you were at 3,000 in the, like, 5 months ago. Crazy. But,
By the way, so, you're back. You just caught an FFW. That's probably the FFW Josh was talking about. It might be. Yeah, that was crazy. You started with 3,512 on New Year's Day. 3,512 alerts on New Year's Day. And you ended, and you're now at like nearly 6,000. Dude. You're now at 58,005. Yeah, I'm not ready to go back to school tomorrow. I gotta start the first 7-day a week. You're at 2,284 on your EAS count. So, yeah. By the way, I wanted to go ahead and say that, I gotta admit, though, that next week, I hope isn't as crazy on, your EAS content is going to be limited during the semester, but you're quitting EAS entirely by the end of 2025. But yeah, my current EAS count's like, I think 880 or something. Yeah, you know that. I hope next week isn't like the last week. So I remember, I'll be fair, last week was crazy. I still can't believe that Chicopee actually went through with deleting his channel, but he did that, and so, you know. Yeah, you too. Yeah. But, since he isn't, since his channel isn't around anymore, since his channel isn't around anymore, I also added a new person to the mod team since we had lost one with him deleting his channel. Even after you quit ES, you'll keep your ES catches on YouTube. You'll still do your fire and severe weather outlook videos. Yeah, that's what I do when I quit. Cause I'm going to quit YouTube at some point. Either that or I'm gonna quit at least EAS. I might do like occasional elevator videos from time to time, but my EAS hobby's probably gonna go way down at one point. Maybe if I get the chance, I'll do some DXing though, cause that'd be cool. Yeah, you feel you're yeah. But yes, I did add a new member to the mod team since Chicopee deleted his channel. So, cause usually when one ends up going, I get another. Oof, you're sorry about your NOAA station being off still. Yeah, I know. I managed to get WXL70 this afternoon though. This morning. I managed to get WXL50 this morning. So there's that. A couple people managed to get WXL60. I was not one of those. You felt like he'd great. You think Chicopee greatly overreacted. I agree, but He made that decision, so yeah, his channel isn't around. Same here. But yeah, on a lighter note, yeah, I managed to get WXL70 this morning at least. In fact, Andy and Johnny, let me show y'all what's going on. So I'm currently less than 5 miles from I'm currently like 2-3 miles from WXL70's transmitter. And this is what it sounds like on 475. Can I get anything off of it? See, no. There's WNG 588. There's no station ID. Not getting WXL42 that well, but it's because WXL's 56.
Saturday night, mostly cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Hot and humid.
You feel the future of your channel is all depends on when you find your significant other. You feel a burden because your relatives are married. Nah, maybe one day. But yeah, same thing if WXM42 goes down. Well, if I know WXM42 is, I'm surprised WXM42 isn't really a full overpower of WXL40, since I think you're not too far off from you're about, I think you're a little bit further from Hagerstown, but not much further from Hagerstown than Harrisburg. In fact, thing is, you could, even though WXL40 is your main, unlike me, where I have to drive like 20-30 miles to get away from WXL70's viewing area, sometimes even further depending on where I am, you can just drive like a mile down, you just drive like maybe 5-10 miles down the road to the Maryland border, because I know the town of Hanover you're probably between it, yeah. I know the town of Hanover. I know you live a little bit outside the town. Since the town's in York County and you're in Adams, but I know the town of Hanover is right on the Maryland border. So you're a couple miles from Maryland. Not too far off. I personally live about 10-15 miles from the South Carolina border with York County. Yeah, I live more toward the out of Gaston. But yeah. Aaron is a Category 3 with 125-mile-per-hour winds. You'd think Aaron grew in size due to an eye wall in the circle. You're close to New Jersey and Connecticut. Yeah, I know you're pretty close to New Jersey. So you're close to Allentown. Yeah. You think it's gonna be a Cat 5 again? You never know. I heard there is actually, even though it's not hitting the U.S., there's actually still currently evacuation orders for parts of Dare County. I think it's like right at Cape Hatteras. Can't rule out that possibility, yeah. Yeah. Lately, you've been seem to get along with people from Pennsylvania. Well, 2 of the 3 people you're currently talking to right now are from Pennsylvania. I'm not
I mean, outside, 2 of the 4 of us they're from Pennsylvania. In fact, I'm the only Southerner in the chat right now. You 3 are Northeasterners. There could be high surf up and down the East Coast. Wave heights could be 10 to 15 feet in some cases. Even though we're not in direct effects of Aaron, it can still cause high surf and dangerous currents. Yeah, 10 to 15 feet? Yeah, that's good, though. Yeah, I'm the only Southerner in the chat. Even though... Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, for not hitting the U.S. Along the Carolina coast, wave heights could be 10 to 15 feet. Jersey coast could be 6 to 10 feet. 10 feet waves are still crazy, though. Imagine being at the beach and the wave is taller than the tallest man in the world. 10 to 15 feet is... Like, if it's a 15-foot wave, think of it. That is probably going to knock beach chairs across the entire beach. It's going to shake them a little bit. It's going to shake the ones at the entry to the beach. And once you get down, it might, you don't live along the coast, so you're fine. Well, I live further from the coast than all of y'all. So I know. I mean, I don't live too far from the coast. I live closer than probably about maybe 60 or 70% of people in the U.S. Though I don't necessarily remember, but yeah, I live 3.5 hours from the coast. I don't live like no Denver, Colorado, no Wichita, Kansas type distance from the ocean, but you know, you're not too far from the coast either. Yeah, you're like 3 hours or something. I can't necessarily say exactly how far, because again, you're the only one. However long it takes you to get to Jersey, that's probably how long it takes you to get to most beaches that are local. You also don't live too far from the coast of Delaware either, or you live a little bit further from Maryland's coast, since Maryland's coast is like very small. You'd think you're 2 hours from the coast. Yeah, I'm about 4 hours. Actually, yeah, I'm 3.5 because I live about 3.5 hours from Charleston. Yeah, I'm actually closer to Charleston than Myrtle Beach, mainly because Myrtle Beach is further east. Charleston's superior, by the way, but that's just my opinion. If I don't hate Myrtle Beach by any means, but I agree. I can get why you wouldn't like Myrtle. I don't hate Myrtle Beach by any means, but I can get why you don't like. I just sort of grew up on going to Myrtle though, because that's what most of us that grew up here in the Carolinas were used to. You've been to Myrtle Beach twice. Yeah, I've been there, like, I don't know how many times. You have relatives not far from Myrtle Beach. I have, all of my relatives closer to the beach live in Florida. You went to Myrtle Beach when you were 8 and 10. So it's been several years. Because you're in your 20s now. So, yeah, it's been years. I'll tell you, though, Myrtle Beach is definitely best when you're in your age, when you're younger and stuff. That's when Myrtle Beach is best. You've been there once. I've been there, I'd probably say about 10, 15. I went there every year until 2017, and then I started going there every year again in 2019, and then I stopped, and then I went in 2021 through 2021.
I went twice I went twice to the region in 2019. I went to Holden Beach, North Carolina, which technically doesn't count, but I did visit Myrtle Beach while I was there, so I guess you could count it. Coast, you're very close to Atlantic. Wait till all the New York City stations send reporters over to cover the big waves. I mean, the waves are big enough they might be doing that here in the Carolinas. 15-foot wave is still insane, but that's what you get when a hurricane's nearby. You get 20 feet. I think you get 20. I don't know how high the waves are for storm surge, but they're definitely pretty big. If it's enough to, if it's enough to flood up entire towns. It's been 11 years since you went to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, you went to Myrtle Beach in 2006. The first place you and your parents went to was 24-hour Walmart when they used to be. I remember those days. I remember it was like a few months before COVID. I ate in a McDonald's and a Walmart this is actually as recent as 2019, but I ate in a McDonald's in the Monroe at the Walmart in I think it was Monroe. I ate there. It was at 1:30 in the morning. It was a Saturday morning. I was eating McDonald's in the lobby. The Walmart was actually had a pretty good crowd for 1 a.m. It was pretty big. Your McDonald's is open 14 hours. Yeah. I don't know if that was a typo or it's probably 24. I'm assuming. Where you are in Queens, you go to Long Island always for Walmart. My nearest Walmart's is a couple miles down the road. Some McDonald's are 24 hours. Some McDonald's are 24 hours now. Again, they did bring some 24-hour McDonald's back, but they didn't bring any 24/7 Walmarts. That thing sucks because what if you're up at 2:30 in the morning and you gotta get groceries? What you gonna do there? And I mean, you make me confused. Like, why are you up at 2 a.m. trying to get groceries? But some people, they do that, or they did that back when Walmart was 24/7. Walmart being 24/7 was sort of convenient. Yeah, McDonald's in our area is still up. Some now in Delmarva you have a bunch, but you always prefer Seafood Delaware because one of your favorite restaurants is there. Yeah. Why would you be up at 2 a.m. to get groceries? I don't know. Some people are, especially night shift workers. What if you just got to think of it? It's night shift. I know a lot of night shift workers don't get off till like 5 a.m., but think of it. You work. Think of it. If somebody works, if somebody has an 8-hour night shift, think of. I don't know. Some people were up at 2 a.m. getting groceries, though. You like seafood. Yeah, Delaware seafood, some of good ones, too. In Maryland, they love crabs in Maryland. It's one of the reasons why you want to move to Delaware. There's great seafood. Yes, you love your crabs. Hour and 4 minutes. Almost hour 5. Honestly, to be honest,
When I first be honest, back in 2023, because I remember you would talk a lot about Delmarva, but also New York City. I didn't even know which one you lived in back then, which one you live near. I know you live near NYC now, but you know, I know you live near there now, but back in 2023, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, Delmarva was just a yearly trip. Honestly, they say that there's a huge difference between East. They say Eastern Maryland, like once you get southeast of Baltimore, or more once you get southeast of Annapolis, you sort of enter the South before you cross the state line, and they say Northern Maryland's like New York, Southern Maryland's Alabama, to Alabama, Mississippi, and I'm like, I guess he ain't too far off. Because Southern Maryland does have a lot of traits with the South. You could probably get sweet tea in South Maryland at a random restaurant. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I 100%. Yeah, well, life has its unexpected turns. Your sweet tea is your go-to. Yeah. You're back. Welcome back, Johnny. Yeah, yeah, I think you could get, you could, they, yeah, it's raining a bit there. True, any. Yeah. It is 8:36. Dang, this stream's already been going on for over an hour. Time flies by. Dude, I gotta get ready for tomorrow. I gotta start the first full week of the school year. I'm not looking forward to it. You gotta do what you gotta do, though. Because I know, tell you though, Friday is gonna be great. You're about to experience your last 8 p.m. sunset on Tuesday. You start your semester Thursday. Yeah, I'm just like, good luck this year. Yeah, thank you. I hope so. I'm feeling this year could go well though. You are not looking forward to when you have to pay coins for the nice bus in October to ride the N22 and N25 buses because um OMNY has not been installed. Thanks, Josh. Sunset tomorrow night is at 7:54 p.m. This is the last semester before you graduate, yeah. Is that free? Sunset's for him tomorrow. Yeah, he also lives further east, so sunset's a little bit. I probably have my last 8 p.m. sunset Wednesday. Yours is 8. I'm guessing probably. Oh, by the way, you got alerts today. Yeah, a lot of y'all got alerts today. Couple of KWO 35. Burlington told me about some KWO 35 relays and stuff. Speaking of which, I think the reason why a lot of them are gone right now is because a lot of them are in New Jersey WX's stream. I know he's currently live because he planned a live stream for 8 o'clock and it's 8:39. So. I don't really know anybody else who's live tonight. I don't think anybody else is really gonna go live tonight. Because I bet you after this stream, I'm probably closing it off and getting ready for bed. You know, gotta wake up at 6 tomorrow. I am going to again. I am going to see if I can get something else off of 162.475 tomorrow morning as well. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Honestly, this morning's Tropo was pretty decent, though, because the Tropo wasn't even red. You may do whenever Saturday, 5:45 before you go to Delmarva. Alright. I might join. It depends on what I'm doing. You're waking up at 8 tomorrow. It's not bad. I'd rather wake up at 8 than 6. Though, again, I don't think the issue is really waking up that early, except it's waking up that early against your will. Because, well, be honest, who wants to wake up early in the morning to go to school? Nobody. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing Saturday. Oh, I might do... Take it back. Again, if this system appears to be going through with all the rainfall still, I might go live for live cam on Saturday. I don't know, though. It depends on, the build-up. How much, what's the circumstance? Well, is it going to still pour down rain? It may be sunny. We don't know yet. So, but, yeah, if we get what the forecast calls for... I know I'm yawning a lot, y'all. Excuse me. But, anyway. But, yeah, back to what I was saying. Get back to the point. Yeah. You just saw some lightning. Good. Yeah. $73.12. You saw some lightning. 2 hours? No, not 2 hours. 1 hour, 13 minutes. Yeah. Oof. All right. Well, it's been great talking to y'all. But I have a feeling we should get going so I can get ready for tomorrow.
You're now at 70 ES alerts for the day. Oh, we have a compilation out sometime, I'm guessing. Well, anyways, if we get anybody else on here, if not, if your compilation is below 10 minutes, you only upload it. Yeah, fair. My compilation limit, a lot of people's compilation limits for Premiere are as high as 4 hours. So, some people don't do Premiere at all, where they just straight up post the 5-hour compilation because that's what they're used to. I think, I know Antonio, and that's what Antonio and Thunderbuddy mostly does, is they'll have like very huge compilations, but they won't premiere them because that's what they're used to. So most of the time they're just there for you to watch, which I think is fair. What I usually do is I'll just watch them. I don't watch the whole thing at a time though, because I don't really have the time to watch a 5-hour EAS compilation. You have a 15-minute limit, but today it's 20. You just get lazy sometimes. Fair. Never know, though. It might get over 20. You feel that might be it. Yep. I don't doubt it. Well, y'all, I think it's a good time to end the stream here. Because I gotta get ready for tomorrow. So, if anybody else goes live, I might hop in for a minute if it's before 10 o'clock. But once it's 10, I'm gone. So anyway, and I might be almost entirely inactive throughout the week. Again, if I get a good enough DX, I might be able to get a good enough DXing off of 162.475 because WXL70 is off the air, and I'm assuming, and I know they ain't gonna put it up in the middle of the night. So, well, anyway, have a great week, y'all. Have a good night, good week, good year. I don't know, just have a good one. And yeah. Well, anyways, that's all I'm gonna say for tonight. And to anybody who's just joining, sorry, but all streams gotta end sometime. I might do one of these weekly. I might go live again Saturday for the live cam and maybe even for one of these. But catch you whenever next time is. Have a good night, everybody. See ya.